Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 21st of July 2021. In today's Millwall news we have various people speaking about the pre-season so far, mostly Gary Rowett, so let's have a look. So this is from millwallfc.co.uk and it's Millwall's official club website. It says Rowett gives pre-season update. Read from the boss. Gary Rowett spoke to millwallfc.co.uk after seeing his side take on Fulham in the behind closed doors pre-season friendly at Calmont Road on Tuesday afternoon. Following on from a 2-0 victory over Barnet last weekend, the manager summed up the duo by saying both games were good ones. They were different types of opponents and different types of games. In the first one against Barnet, we moved the ball very well and created a lot of chances. There were some really good moments and we scored a couple of good goals. We got a lot out of it. In the second game against Fulham, we were up against a very strong opponent. We scored from a set piece, which I've said I want us to be better at this season, and had some very good other moments, but the second half was a bit different. Now we had to keep our shape defensively. Having not been able to make as many changes as they did, we struggled to get out and get on the ball. But it was another good outing and good for fitness. It's all about taking little bits from games. Every game tells you more of a story about what we need in areas or what formations we might need against different types of opponents. One huge positive from the workouts was the return of midfielder Ryan Leonard, who played a portion of the second half against the Whites. Ideally, Lenny would have got a bit more training time, but as a few pulled out, we've had to give him some minutes, but only in small numbers. He's short of match practice, but we understand that. It's part of the process of pre-season. It was nice to get Sean O'Brien on, as well as Junior Tenzia and Alex Mitchell. And this is apparently taken from a video interview with Gary Rowett, which this website will be posting probably tomorrow or the day after when you get a chance to edit it, I assume. So there you go. I look forward to watching that. And some more words from Gary Rowett. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, which is South London Press's online website, and it's got some more words from Gary Rowett, and they say Millwall manager Gary Rowett on Matt Smith's goal return in pre-season, and the Bournemouth fixture is off. Which is funny, I didn't even know there was a Bournemouth fixture, and that's a friendly fixture, not the actual league game. Gary Rowett has been pleased with Matt Smith's start to pre-season, with the big striker netting in 3 of their tune-up matches. The centre forward struck twice in Saturday's 2-0 win over Barnet. Smith also scored in the 3-2 loss to Watford, as well as the 2-0 victory against Motherwell. All 3 of the matches have been played behind closed doors. Smudge looks fit. He looks in good condition, said Millwall boss Rowett. He's moved well in games, and we know with Smudge that he's always dangerous. We know that. Saying that Matt Smith is deadly in the air and scores those goals probably justifies why I wanted to keep him so much, because he's fantastic at what he does. His all-round game has been good so far. He's not the only one, but he's the one who's got on the end of stuff. I've been really pleased with him. He's a really important guy for what he brings to the group as well as what he brings to the pitch. You put the right balls in the box for Matt. If I'm a centre half, I don't want to see that ball coming just over my head with him lurking behind me. I've got a good idea of what is going to happen because he's done it for a vast number of years. Millwall's match at AFC Bournemouth this weekend is off. We were originally down to play them, but with travelling and 1 or 2 other things, we just felt it was sensible for us to postpone the game, said Rowett. We'll see if something comes up late in terms of another game or an in-house game, just to give some more minutes to the players. So they were set to travel to Bournemouth this weekend, and now they don't want to do that. Is that because of, I don't know, so he's saying with travelling and 1 other 2 other things. Now 1 or 2 of the other things might be the injuries to Millwall players. Have they been being pushed too hard in pre-season? I made mention of yesterday's match, the Fulham game at Calmont Road, which was played in the midday sun, which kind of do you really want them playing in the midday sun? See how hot it was yesterday? See how hot it is today? Really, really hot. Do you want to do that to the players just now? There's such a thing as being overtrained, I guess, and this is what's happened to Jed Wallace. So what's happened to Jed Wallace? He is injured. So Millwall's Jed Wallace in race to be fit for open door friendlies at Gillingham and Ipswich. Why? They're just friendlies. Jed Wallace should be in a race to be fit for the QPR game, because that's what matters. I don't care about the friendly in Gillingham, and I certainly don't care about the friendly at Ipswich, since they tried to screw over Millwall fans who want to go and see the game. So fuck Ipswich and fuck Gillingham. No offence if you're watching and you support those teams, but it doesn't matter if Jed Wallace is fit for those friendly games. Get him fit for the QPR game. That's it. So let's have. This is from news@den.co.uk. And let's have a read of this. It says Jed Wallace could miss Millwall's friendlies against Gillingham and Ipswich next week after picking up an injury against Barnet at the weekend. Wallace missed the Lions' 1-1 draw against Fulham at the training ground on Tuesday. The attacker was introduced at half-time in Millwall's 2-0 win against Barnet on Saturday, but had to go off before full-time. Millwall travelled to Gillingham next Tuesday and Ipswich the following Saturday before opening a 21-22 championship campaign at QPR a week later. Jed came on at half-time and then felt a little muscle on his side, Boscaro said. We think that maybe it'll be a week or two and he'll be back in no problem. So nothing too serious, but the grounds are really hard at the moment. One or two of those impacts are expected back injuries, rib injuries. Tom Bradshaw has missed Millwall's pre-season fixture so far. He's missed all of the games. Brad is unfortunate. He ended up missing the first couple of games after feeling his calf. He's rehabbing and looking good in rehab. It's just a case of when's the right time to put him back in, which I would expect to be in the next week. So we've got Ryan Eder coming back, and then we've got all these other players started to get injured and missing the friendlies. Like I said, I'm not too worried about that, but it seems that all these injuries we're picking up has caused us to cancel the Bournemouth game. That was supposed to play this weekend. So yes. So pre-season, is it going well so far? Maybe not. So we drew with Fulham. Apparently they were all over us in the second half. But the first half did all right. So we only beat Barnet 2-0. That was with set piece goals as well. Nearly all of our goals, I believe, that we've scored have been set pieces, headers from set pieces especially. So would you say that's looking good? And we're getting injuries left, right, and centre. We're having to play youth players in first team friendlies and under 23 friendlies on the same day. Would you say that's looking good? I don't know. I mean, I want to be optimistic, but come on. The under 23s have got half a team of trialists playing for them. It's not looking good, is it? Little things are sticking in the back of your mind. You want to be optimistic. When George Saville signed, when Benik Afobe signed, felt really good, felt optimistic, but a few little things happening now, and I'm kind of starting to go a bit like it's starting to be a little sour now, you know. And this doesn't help. So the last story of today is this. So the Lionstore is closed for 1 week, and this is the week when they announce they're going to start selling the home kit. Apparently it was this Friday, I believe, or maybe Saturday. They were going to start selling the home kit. Yeah, now it's online only. The store's closed. You can't go in there. A lot of people were trying to get down there this weekend, because I think this is the first weekend it's actually open on the weekend. Or it's supposed to be, to get their crowdy thing. Go and pick it up. Still there from like a month. They could have been it's been able to get here for like a month, but they haven't been able to get down there, and now they can't do it for another week. So as you can see here, Millwall's Lionstore is set to unfortunately close until Friday the 30th of July as staff carry out a period of self-isolation. Whilst the store is shut, online orders will still be available. Click here to shop, with all the pre-orders for the Lions 21-22 home kit set to be fulfilled and sent out in the meantime. The club will keep supporters updated with regards to the store's reopening as and when necessary. So here's the thing. It's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? Like, with this glorious weather we've got now, that the staff have to self-isolate at home. They can't go out to the beach and enjoy this lovely weather. Isn't it a shame? Isn't it a shame? I'm sure they're all staying at home, checking their temperature and making sure they don't have any illness. I'm sure everyone who's self-isolating is doing that, aren't they? I'm absolutely sure they are. It's really unfortunate that all these people have to self-isolate in this week of glorious sunshine and weather, absolute sunny weather, that everyone is absolutely having to self-isolate and not go into work. It's so unfortunate for everyone, and they have to stay at home and not go to the beach or go to the park or just chill at a pub in a beer garden down in Few Pines. Isn't that so unfortunate? So unfortunate they all have to stay home and self-isolate during this week of sunny weather. Yes, yeah, right. Yeah, I imagine. I don't know about you, but where I work, there's a few people self-isolating, and I'll tell you what, it's the kind of people you would expect to take the piss. So there you go. And so the club shop is closed until for 9 days, till the Friday the 30th of July. Another thing, so I'm still looking for Gillingham tickets. That's, even though that game's next Tuesday, it's less than a week away. They haven't told us anything about that. I'll go on the Gillingham website. There's nothing up there about tickets for Millwall fans. There's nothing. Apparently the QPR tickets might be announced in the next couple of days, probably by Thursday or Friday. I'm not too sure. But again, if people at the ticket office have to self-isolate, they're going to shut the ticket office down. What's happening then? And what happens when we get to the first match if all the stewards have to self-isolate? We're going to cancel the match because we ain't got enough stewards? It's all little things that are going kind of weirdly wrong, and it's kind of just tainting the optimism that was started at the pre-season when we signed George Savile and Benica Phobie and Scott Malone, of course. So we'll just see. We'll just have to muddle through all this nonsense. Get to that first game against Portsmouth I told you about yesterday. On Friday, if you remember, you can buy tickets 10 a.m. I'm going to be buying my tickets. I hope you are too. The club have announced today a decent hospitality package for that, which is not that dear actually. It's just like 25 quid or so if you want to sit in the hospitality. So maybe that's an option for you if you can't get a normal ticket in their stands. Have a look at that. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.